Okay, good morning and welcome to Shiva YouTube Daily Double. Continuing with Shabbos, the first parak, Mishnah is Vav and Zayah. Mishnah Vav says, Beishamai Omrim, Ein Nostin Unin Shal Pishon, L'soch HaTanur. People used to actually produce flax, linen. You make linen clothing, linen sheets, linens. When you take the actual strands from the plant, the flax plant. So you have to cook it in the oven in order to make it, take out the moisture of it, to dry it out, so you can use it to make linen. You put it in the oven. It has to be, according to Beis Shammai, you have to put it in the oven enough time that it can dry out and become actually fabric for linen. It has to reach that point where it's raw to be a fabric before Shabbos. You can't. You have dye in a pot. You can't put wool in there to dye the semer. It has to remain before Shabbos enough time in there that it absorbs the dye and it changes the color in the wool. But like we said yesterday, as long as you did your ma'isa before Shabbos started, even though the totzah, right, what you wanted to accomplish happened on Shabbos, I didn't do anything, right? That's not connected to me anymore because I did it before Shabbos. Therefore, it's mutter. In portion mesudos chaya ba'ofos v'dagim. Likewise, a third reiteration of this machlokes. You can't set up traps for a wild animal, birds, fish. You want to trap them on Shabbos. It has to set them up with enough time that theoretically it could trap the fish on Shabbos or the birds or the wild animals on Shabbos. Still says even if you set up a second before Shabbos and it's inconceivable it's going to trap something, nonetheless the Maisa is all that we reckon, and therefore he did that before Shabbos, so it's okay. Zion, Beishamai Omrim ein mokran lenachri ein tonin imo ve'makbiin alav ela k'dei shagil l'makom hakarov ve'sil l'matirin. A similar malchol. There's an isser to instruct a nachri to do malacha. Amir la'akum. You're not allowed to tell a nachri to do work for you. I mean, they're abundant on Shabbos. It's there, you might do it yourself. So when you sell something to a nachri, right, you can't tell him to carry on Shabbos. It's a malacha to carry on Shabbos. So to sell it to a nachri, and you know he's going to carry it from Rosh Hashanah, your house, to the public domain on Shabbos. So you have to be worried that he's going to do it. If you're paying him to carry something for you, or to put something on his animal, right? Because you're also they have to be able to get to the place, the closest abode or the closest place where this nachri would be able to unload the stuff. But Yisrael says again, as long as they do the action before Shabbos, what the result, whether it happened on Shabbos, whether he does Hotzah on Shabbos, I don't have to take that into account. Stay tuned for Ion Mitzion, where I discuss Mishnah Zayin and talk about, again, why is reiterated. This is basically a fourth reiteration of the Machlokes. What is special about Mishnah Zayin? And we'll tell you in Ion Mitzion coming up next.